Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast Hip Hop. We are live right here. We are live right here on a Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm sleepy. Been eating turkey for the last day and a half. I'm going to get some leftovers. I'm going to make me a cranberry sauce sandwich in just a few minutes. And I get through doing this show. But in the meantime, waiting on Dre, but I got Bernadette in the chat room, in the dugout already. What's up, Miss B?
Hello, hello. Happy day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
She
Turkey day,
found her.
gobble, gobble, wobble,
She
wobble.
found her. She found her a fire internet connection, sounding good, looking good. Ain't all choppy. I see how long this hold up. Hopefully they got some real internet down there. Waiting on Dre to call in, but we'll be here in just a minute. How was your Thanksgiving, baby?
It was good. I went I cooked a little bit. I slept. I got some
What?
itis. Yeah, I did.
What?
Yeah, I had to have meatloaf. So it was turned out fire. It was pretty good.
Regular
Oh,
meatloaf or
and
turkey meatloaf?
regular. I just went regular because I really was like, I wish somebody had done it for me. So I was like, all right, let me
Ah,
just make it. And it turned out great. My mom was like, this tastes like my mom's meatloaf. And I was like, whoa,
what? What?
ancestors came through. Yeah.
That's a good thing. What you got to talk about right quick? While till Dre get here?
What I got to talk about is, I guess, the new Black Panther and the spoilers. I haven't seen it yet. Did you go venture out and
No, I
see it
haven't
yet?
seen it yet. No, no, I don't do the first week or so. If I do a matinee, but I haven't had time to. So I might go this weekend to see what's cracking with it. What you been what you heard? I'm getting mixed reviews. I'm getting a lot of positive, but I'm getting some. Some people just hate on everything, and sometimes them haters, boy, they can work your nerves. What your
Oh
haters got to
yeah,
say?
it's weird. I mean, I haven't gone yet. I wait to, but the thing is, I know I'm a big old softy, so I'm already still mourning T'Challa.
Okay, Dre just
So
chimed in. What's up, Dr. Dre?
What's that? What's that? What's that?
We here, Doc. Um, Bernadette was telling us about what she's hearing about Black Panther right now.
Oh, was she heard about Black Panther?
Go ahead, Bernadette.
oh, I'm hearing so much. Like I said, I'm a big softy. I don't want to go, but what I don't like is it becoming into another Woman King part two, where they're claiming that men are being emasculated by by Hollywood, and why can't they show a strong leader? And the people that don't know, like Dre knows his comments, why would they kill off a man to put women in the center of that movie? So it's become another movie where our own, like you said, Lonzo, don't like that it's about women. Um, they're the main characters in the movie, overlooking that the man that was Black Panther passed away. But it's a plot where black women should not be warriors and all that, and it should be the men. But.
Everybody has everybody want to be equal. Grab a spear, baby. Shit, get busy. You know, stab or something, bitch. Shit. If you want to come out here and fight, just grab an AK. Grab an AR-15. Let's make it happen. Back then, they had to grab a spear. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to seeing it though. I've heard a lot of good things. I heard some mixed reviews. Most of the time, I hear the negative reviews come from brothers.
Yep.
You
I
know,
didn't want to say
so
it.
my brothers loved it, but the few brothers I have had some negative feedback. The negative feedback I have heard came back from brothers. So we're gonna find out. I might check it out this weekend. See what's happening with it. What else? What you got, Dre?
Let me comment on that for a second.
Right
How's
ahead.
everybody? Hope you had a great post family dinner from last night. Hope you enjoyed. I want to make a quick comment about the Wakanda Forever. I will always start this off with Wakanda Forever. Black Panther was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, two white Jewish men. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created Wakanda Forever. Just did. Everybody got stopped. We lost Chadwick Boseman, who became an icon playing in the theatrical release of Black Panther. He did an amazing job. When something like that happens, you don't know what to do. Same thing happened with The Dark Knight. After Heath Ledger passed away as the Joker, they didn't know what to do. because that wasn't in the plan. But if you are a fan of the original comic books, the story is based in there long before the Woman King was ever shot one frame about a sister taking over. I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it. What happens if, but everyone's seen the commercial, so you know that's where it goes. Why are we so afraid of empowering women of color? What is the fear of that? I don't feel demasculated if a woman is the star of the movie or she becomes the heroine of the tale. That just makes me, I got someone to support. I think we need to learn that because Black women are going to save this planet if they choose to.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with, oh, the movie and it's too Black and the women are always doing this. Well, then you didn't watch the first Black Panther when the warriors were the women. You didn't watch the Avengers Endgame where the warriors were out there doing what they needed to do to save Wakanda from Thanos. Where's the issue?
I don't know. I'm gonna check the movie out. And I'll get back to you on that one. In the meantime,
maybe that's our homework. That's our homework.
What you got from the hip hop world, Doc?
The hip hop world?
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing today.
Man, we had another rapper get shot in L.A. Or we missed it last week. He got shot. I forgot the cat's name. Damn, I saw the piece. He lived, but of course they robbed him and put a hole in his ass, and he out here flossing. He rented a Bentley down in Koreatown, which is damn near the hood, but it ain't. Flossed out in his jewelry. Somebody ran up on him and put a hole in his ass. He's recovering.
Who was this?
Man, I forgot the dude's name. He's some cat out of Atlanta, I believe. I don't, I don't. Most of these guys I've never heard of till they get shot. I have never. Most of these guys, I don't know their music. I don't know where they come from, but they come out here, want to go in Hollywood, end up in the hospital instead or in the morgue. And this another dude. I don't know who he was. Allegedly, he rented a Bentley, was on Wilshire Boulevard out there flossing, and somebody caught him sipping and put a hot one in his ass and took his jewelry. And he made the news, but he gonna live to talk about it. He gonna make a song about the shit. So I guess it's all right.
So what do we say about this? What can we say that's gonna maybe inspire people to change behavior?
Who to change? The shooters or the shootees?
Both.
Well, first of all,
because you're not gonna change somebody that's robbing you for your change. That ain't gonna change. That's been since two cavemen had two clubs. One had two rocks and one had one rock. And he looked at the other one. He said, "Let me get that rock." And he said, "Get out of here, man. Get your own rock." So he clubbed him and took his rock.
Well,
you're gonna always get that.
I think that it's not that smart to go be out in the streets. Who's making that noise? That you, Dre?
That's me.
Oh, okay. I don't think it's that smart to be out in the streets. Period. Looking like with a Mr. T starter kit or a Mr. T advanced starter kit. No city. Because first of all, you're not impressing nobody, man. You're really not impressing anybody. And that's the part I think cats we need to realize. Just because you got a bunch of chains on your neck, don't make you look rich. It makes you look stupid. I mean, rich people don't do that. Okay, rich people are the most blending in people. They blend in like they're almost anonymous. They're just real rich people don't wear jewelry. Real rich people, yeah.
True.
You go to Beverly Hills
because they know where that jewelry really comes from.
You see some women with some nice pieces on, but the average man that you see in Beverly Hills, if he's rich, he may have a Rolex. That's it. You damn sure ain't gonna see him with no chains around their neck, 4 or 5 big ass chains, and trying to be something, trying to look like something they're not. You can't impress a rich person with jewelry. That's because they know that's a bad investment. Okay, show me your portfolio and what you're really working with, and if your portfolio is around your neck, you broke. If you can wear your portfolio around your neck, you have no money. Okay?
Because your real portfolio cannot be worn on your person.
Right.
You have to take somebody to your portfolio. Oh, this is my mall that I picked up over here. Wait a minute, here's my airport I'm working on over here. That's a portfolio.
Right. There's no there is I mean I was around brother dude that ran for president, Rick Caruso, a couple of weeks ago. I was right next to him, and he looked like a regular dude. Okay, I just happened to recognize him from the television commercials and the posters. Like ain't nothing
Oh,
about
the
him.
guy that he ran for mayor
Ran for mayor of
and
LA.
lost, a billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire. And I didn't follow him to the parking lot, but he didn't give you any reason why you want to pay him any attention other than unless you know who the hell he is. He was sitting by himself. What no bodyguards, what nobody all over him. You know, no, he don't want that kind of attention. And that's one thing about jewelry, short dresses, flashy cars. You're gonna get attention. It's like casting a net for attention in the ocean of stupidity. And when you draw that net in, you don't know what that net's going to bring to you. You don't know what that net is going to bring to the boat. When you cast that net of attention out there, ladies, same thing. You out there with your T and your A hanging out, and you trying to get that lawyer or that six figure brother, and the bum show up. When you cast that net, you don't know what's going to fall in that damn net in your net of attention. So same thing when it comes to police. Police know damn well. Now, people think the police are stupid. Not many businessmen, black or white, ride around in the hood in a Bentley with a bunch of jewelry on. Not a real businessman. Real businessman ain't gonna roll like that. A drug dealer, a rapper that want to look rich, yeah, he'll roll like that. But a real businessman, if he have a Bentley, he's probably gonna be in the back seat. Okay. Number two, he's not gonna wear no jewelry. And that was a stereotype that back in the 80s and 90s when cats was getting pulled over by the police. Oh, they're profiling. Dude, you telling on yourself. There's a difference. You out here in a white t-shirt, bunch of damn jewelry on, and a brand new Benz riding in the hood. Dude, that is not something that a smart ball players have done it, but usually they get robbed too. Okay, smart people don't do that. But usually, if you're from the hood and you got to go sheen on somebody, you're gonna do it, with folks that you know, people that you feel comfortable with. And unfortunately, somebody's gonna get jealous of you. And when they get jealous, they're gonna pull out that strap. They're gonna try and make it withdraw. And what you want me to do?
I think a lot of people do that because the attention they want to garnish is something they're building their different portfolio, and they figure they got to show everybody they're shining. If you want to show somebody you're shining, to me, help somebody who's not. Lift some child up who's hurting. Try to find a way to get homeless families into homes and build them to get jobs and careers and contribute to the community. That's shining. Everything else is like, it doesn't make sense to me. And when you really pay attention to folks who are robbing people, I always say, if you really want to rob somebody, go to where the real money is. Robbing a local KFC, Burger King, that's not real money. If you want to get some real money, there's only one place I know that gets money every few days, and it comes in an iron truck, and they drop it off and they pick it up. That's real money. Everything else, you're threatening people for their lives over nothing. Robbing people on subways, taking their wallet. Those people are trying to feed their families, just trying to live. So those kind of crooks, that doesn't make sense. And mostly everybody knows who's doing it to who. Because when they come back in the hood, and all of a sudden they was broke, but they come back and they flossing, having big bags of food and stuff like that. Where you get money? You ain't got no job.
Check this out. I remember some boys in my neighborhood. They would rob the local grocery store on a regular basis. They would rob it like they had keys to the sun. I'm not bullshit. Cats, and these were no old dudes. These are some youngsters. They had this the movements of the manager down to a science. And they would rob the grocery store and get 20,000, 30,000, whatever the case may be. And then a couple days later, they come up with a Cadillac. Somebody got a Cadillac. Somebody got some new rims on his car. And it was obvious. It was the guys who who did the crimes, and it was only a matter of time before the cops put them all together because they figured out who got all new shit, and anybody had no job, and then all of a sudden they busted one cat, and he told on everybody. I remember watching the police pull up with one of the cats in the back seat, and he went to the door with the police and asked for homeboy to come to the door, and they snatched him up, and then he told the police where they kept the gun at. Everything. I watched it from my background playing basketball, and people ask why I didn't do a lot of shit. I watched niggas go to jail. I watched them. I watched them go to jail. I watched them. Yeah. I mean, because we had a different kind of neighborhood. Our neighborhood was divided into two different parts. And in fact, it was funny, man. Funny folks, because just the other day I was at an event, and one of the guys we used to fight with back in the day, one of the guys I used to fight with on a regular basis, he showed up at an event. I was at a buddy of mine's church, and I looked and said, "Hey, that's homeboy." Okay, now we 60s now, so we ain't got no beef. We ain't had no beef in decades. But it was just amazing to sit there and talk to this dude and laugh with him about the shit we did to each other back in the day. And like I said, our neighborhood was divided in three different streets. There was Carlton, Jarvis, and Cook. Carlton was like the good dude. We had a couple knuckleheads, and Jarvis was the dope street, and Cook was kind of in between. They might go with Jarvis, they might go with Carlton, depending on what was going on, or they might just stay out of it completely. And we had an issue over my buddy's dog that, man, led me folks getting shot at and shit. And again, we weren't trying to kill nobody. We were just trying to scare folks. And it worked. But I'm just glad the bullet didn't hit nobody. You know what I'm saying? It was no unrepairable circumstances that led somebody going to the penitentiary or the graveyard. And because of that, we laughed about that shit, man. And I think about folks that ain't no laughing, man. There's dudes in the penitentiary, another brother is dead, and ain't no laughing. Ain't no laughing when you're 60 years old or when you're 65 years old and you see somebody at church and you can talk and, man, what were we thinking about? I don't know, man. We just were some crazy young fools. And everybody was trying to feel themselves. And we did, but nonetheless, here's the crazy part. All except must have been about 10 cats on the J block, we called it. That was the badasses. Out of 10 cats, only 2 of them still alive. All of them either got shot or died from some horrible situation. On my street, most of the cats are still kicking it. Yeah, most of the guys are still living. It's just to show the difference, And we didn't go out looking for shit. We had to defend ourselves. We got tired of getting punked. But we weren't no gang. We just got tired of getting punked. Y'all can't come around and just do shit to us, And that just made for a different. But again, it made for a different mindset. But these were the same cats. Some of the guys on my street and some of the guys on their street would team up and go do shit, and they all go to the penitentiary. I'll go to juvenile or jail for 18 months, whatever the case is. I'm like, damn, man. And I'm gonna keep cutting these lines on my daddy and get the same shit eventually. So it ain't no big deal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's interesting too? I remember these guys. This is many years ago. They used to rob a couple places around the way, and one time, I guess, I don't want to say the police, but the owner just had gotten tired of it, so he set them up. So when they came in to rob him, he locked the door and he said, "Today the robbery's in." Like, "Oh, shut up, old man." And he pulled out a shotgun. He said, "Y'all put your wallets, your money, and everything on the counter. Get on your knees with your hands on your head." Well, one of us is dying tonight. He said, "The old man will shoot you." And he said, "Pow!" and blew one of the dudes through the door and out. And they all dropped to their knees crying like babies. And he pulled everything out. He called the police. He blew the dude out of the store. Called the police, said, "Okay, you come get him now." And do you know that the parents of those kids, after the 2 that robbed him, and they got they did a long ride, and the one that he killed, he got no time because they said you've been robbing them so often that everybody knew they were doing it. Because like you said, they were buying either cars, knew this, knew that, walking around flossing, and anytime they ran out of money, they put on the same clothes, same disguise, and he had a camera in the store. And he said, as soon as he saw them coming in, they went in the back, put the ski mask down, came up. Okay, everybody did the same thing. He walked over to the door, he said, click.
Wow. You know
Either
what?
you lay everything out, or one of you gonna die. And the dude said, you ain't gonna do nothing, old man. He said, boom. Dude went right through the glass door.
Now that reminds me of one of the guys back from my neighborhood. I never forget. They was plotting to do something, and I wasn't far. I was in earshot of what they were plotting. I heard they was going to do it, and one of them got mad because one of the cats had bought some brand new white Chuck Taylors, and man, how you gonna wear some brand new shoes to the goddamn robbery? Brand new white Chuck Taylors. Nigga, we gonna get busted in a matter of minutes. And I didn't understand why he couldn't wear his white shoes. But now that I think about it, I understand it now. But I'm just saying, this is the kind of mindset the cats was having back then. And most of the guys that do shit like that, they don't do nothing with the money but spend it. They don't even invest it. It's not like it's a means to an end. It's just a means for.
They blind, baby. It's floss money. I'm a floss with your money.
Yeah, I knew cats that would actually go rob shit and hit a lick and then go to the strip club and throw it at the strippers. Nigga, have you lost all sense of responsibility? I'm gonna send somebody to your house to help you find your mind because you damn sure lost it. Okay, I know guys have done that. I mean, they've hit some major shit and go drop 15,000-20,000 at the strip club. Just having fun. I'm like, dude, how do you do that? Risk your life to throw it to a stripper. Anyway, man, I ain't no strip dude. I ain't no strip club dude. I ain't never been one of them dudes. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna give you a story because you DJ'd and you did a lot of club stuff. So did I. I did a lot of what you call mobile DJ.
Okay.
And back in the day when we were mobile DJ, we would have cases to carry our stuff in. Like they would look like little coffins, like if they were boxes of records or whatever.
Okay.
So one time, a dude went to stick us up and he wanted to take our van and stuff. We're like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. And he pulled out, and it's a Dr. Dre story. I always carried a shotgun in my stuff. Always. If I did a house party, I'd have a gun on me of some type. Or you wouldn't see it. We would take it and put it in a speaker that we have and tape it. So if something went down, we actually could walk up to the speaker, pull it out, and then walk behind you. Go, really? That's what you want to do? You really want to go? And they're like, where'd that come from? So one time, we did this party, and my nerves, and Lonzo, you may be able to, something's going to happen.
I do. You have a six. You learn. You
can just feel it.
You can feel it.
And you're like, no, I'm not leaving. So I told everybody, bring everything. And we're going to bring it in to the equipment. Because sometimes when we went to do gigs, the security would search everything and search us. We go, we ain't got nothing. So we were doing the party. Dudes came to the front door and were robbing the party. And we're like, nah, you dudes been doing this too much. So we ran out the back door, and the front door that they ran in, we were standing right there. So when they went to run out with the money, said, okay, who's going to the morgue tonight? And they just looked at you with that look on their face. We know who it is. Who's going to the morgue? Yo, no, you won't. I would put it down, put the guns down, drop your mask, and get out of here. Yo, man, come on, man. Wasn't nothing against you. It's just that homeboy was talking. I said, dude, this is why we can never have nothing. Because if we got to call the police, then they got to come. Then the administrators got to come over, and then they're going to shut it down, and we can't use this building anymore. So this ain't going to happen. And then we met them later in the park a couple days later, and we had a big brawl. What y'all gonna do now? You ain't got no. Dude, what you gonna do now? Because everybody's like, yo, we like hearing that DJ music. Why are you trying to rob them? Because you never know who's got your back till something happens.
That's true.
That's true.
You never know.
With that being
I mean,
said,
I wish to say that wasn't a true story, but if you're a mobile DJ and you came through our era, we all have to go through something like that. Because you walk around with all that equipment, people won't try to take you for it.
I never had a problem with my shit. I never had a problem. Never in my entire career did I ever have a problem. Because I'm a maybe I don't know, man. I did.
You never DJed in Queens or Brooklyn before.
No, I have not. That's for damn sure. I DJed in Compton and Watts and
I can imagine.
and but for the most part, man, I never had those issues. In fact, most of the time they would help me load the equipment up, and a couple times shit was jumping off, and they stopped the party. They helped me load my truck up and let me go for the. I'm not bullshitting. One time,
I know.
One time,
that's why we used to carry a crew with us. That's why we was always a DJ group. There was always a bunch of us.
No, I never had no crew. Just me and maybe one dude, maybe two at the most. And we were in Whittier. Whittier has always been a heavy Latino city. And we're the only black people probably in Whittier, man, doing a quinceañera in the backyard. And my cousin, he just got out of the Navy. He was hanging out with me. And we rolling through and we fucking around there. And homeboy, this dude talked to him into smoking this shit, just like they did on Friday with smoking. Yeah, man, he did shit. It was some goddamn sherm. My cousin got looped. He looped like a summer gun. He high as hell. And the dude that got him looped told him if anybody jumped on him, let him know he'll fuck him up. I know karate. Man, next thing I know, about 5 minutes later, that same dude was on his ass. They knocked the shit out of him. The fight was on and cracking. You got about 40 dudes, man, 40 essays going at it. They going at it big time. And I'm sitting there, me and my cousin, he high, he scared, he damn near crying. And the dudes called a fucking timeout, just like they do in a football game. Timeout, Holmes. Timeout, Holmes. Let the DJ go, man. Let the DJ go. He ain't in this shit. And this is no bullshit. Both sides grabbed my speakers, my records, and my cousin. They helped me load my truck up, put my cousin's high ass in the front seat, gave me my money, and opened the gate, let me go. We in the backyard. Opened the gate, let me go. And before they closed the gate, the fight was back on again, dude. I can see it. Ain't no bullshit. Ain't no bullshit.
Dude, you know what? When you DJ like that, you understand all. That's what I'm saying. When we had a crew, it wasn't just to be threatening, but it was to let the people know, you can't just step up and come to us to take anything. That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Because when you put all your money into your DJing and the mobile equipment, and you got to maintain it, you got to buy records, you got to do all those things. The last thing you want to deal with is some nut coming up to you with a gun talking about, yo, you taking your equipment. Says, no, I'm taking something else. You ain't taking no equipment. It ain't going to happen. I worked too hard for this.
I might have carried a gun maybe a couple times. I was out DJing. I was doing mobiles. Very few times that I took a gun with me.
Again, it all depended on the area that we were in. Most of the times we used to carry like that, I was definitely going into the boroughs of New York. Brooklyn, the Bronx, Harlem, Queens. Queens, we got chased down the block after we loaded the truck up. Everything's loaded, doors are closed, got our money. Dude gonna come out, yo guys, you know what this is now? What? Yo man, you might as well give us the keys. Thanks for loading the truck. Before I walked in behind him, he said, I guess you better put it down. What are you talking about? Because you ain't getting nothing. And he turned around and he sees two guys sitting there with shotguns on it. Yo, come on, man, come on. We was kidding. That's how we got most of our guns. When they came to rob us, we turned around and took the guns.
Most niggas tell you that. I'm kidding. I was just joking. Yeah, you was joking.
Yo, man, it was a joke, man. Why y'all taking us so serious? You know me. That isn't stupid. Yo, you know my mom's. My mom's out the box. I know your mom.
Yeah, now you want to give me a goddamn family history. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, folks, you're live with Lonzo and Dr. Dre and Murder Death on Black Friday, y'all. The day after Turkey Day, we sitting there kicking it, talking some hip-hop stories and shit, man. Just you know, when you think about where we come from, what we've done, where we are right now, it's a far. We didn't fell along. I mean, shit's been crazy, but it's just like, you know.
But I want to make one quick point, Lonzo, with this.
Go for it.
When I say we pulled guns We pulled guns, but none of us ever shot anybody.
Right.
It never got to that point where you had to actually pull the trigger. Not because we were punks, not because we didn't care or we didn't have the heart. No one wanted to kill anybody.
Nobody wanted to kill anybody. That was always
nobody. No, it was either about the money, and then half of the knuckleheads that we knew, it was about they just wanted to get high. I'm like, Negro, I know who you are. Get out of here. You stupid. Yo, come on, man, Dre. I just want to get, I ain't want to get it all. I just want to get some stuff. You want to get, nigga, here's $20 to get out of my face. Just say you needed 20. You ain't thinking, no. What are you, crazy?
All right, folks, you're live. I see the chat room. I see my boy Rob Trouble stepped in. Martin in the house, folks. I'm like Hobo Kelly right now. I see Martin Cozy, Ben Frank, I see Eric Mallory, Vicky Robinson. Hello, Vicky. I see who else I see? Martin Cozy. Gary's Garage is in the house. Floyd the DJ. I thought that was you, Bernard. That's why I did.
Oh, that's Q. That's DJ Q.
Easy Steve, what's up with you, Doc? Everybody's in the chat room kicking back today, folks. We are live. We're live. Day after Thanksgiving. I missed the whole show last week, y'all. Y'all got to forgive me.
Yeah, you did.
I missed the whole show.
I was so keen for last week.
I was out in the streets and I was stuck in traffic and the phone rang like, God damn, I forgot the show.
That part.
You know, do one thing. I don't care what you forget this week, but next Friday show is my birthday show.
Oh, shit.
Yes, it is.
All right.
So we're going to turn it up a little bit on next Friday. So I don't know how we're going to get people on, but we're going to do it for next Friday.
All right. Now check it out, Dre. You was on the Hip Hop Alliance call today, man. How do you feel about that? What you think about that?
I'm not talking about that.
Okay. I think
you were trying to bait me in first.
No, I know.
Because they called out to you and you were going.
I spoke. Now, Curtis, I was there, but I was on another page by the time I got back. Curtis with the content, I did try and say something, but it was too late. Ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the effort is great. I hope we can make it happen. I think we're gonna need more than just some music to make it happen to be effective. That's for damn sure.
I was about to say that, but you finish and I'm gonna say my part. Go ahead.
It's not about it's I think an album and some other things, some videos, the whole 9 yards. It's the big thing, man. It's something that has to be done on a large scale. It has to be done in different musical genres. Because what's gonna fly in New York ain't might not fly in down south. So everybody got to bring different flavors to make it really to make it really appealing to everybody. Everybody got to have the same message in different voices. Okay, that's what I believe. And we got to have videos or have people have the tracks flip up from time to time to different styles of the same song. Invite certain people. It's a unity thing, and we got to show unity. It just can't be some heads from this sound, because it ain't gonna resonate with everybody. If not, we're trying to get everybody, as many people as possible, to be on the same page. And I'm gonna mention that when on our next week's meeting. I think we have to figure out a way to make this thing a global movement, a global mind shift, not just a few cats, because a few cats is making money ain't gonna pay us no attention. The cats is making money ain't gonna pay us no attention because they think they doing something right because they getting paid for it, and it's gonna be hard to get them to switch their gears. But we still need to do something with a boycott. I don't know whether you boycott or I don't know, cancel them. I mean, I'm trying to understand how somebody can say one thing and get canceled. Meanwhile, somebody else is promoting death and destruction and they get promoted. How does this work now? The algorithm. Let me finish. The algorithm of the game is so inconsistent. You can say something about one group and get canceled, and say something about another group and get paid. This is not how it's supposed to go. But now you go ahead, Doc.
Well, I keep it simple. The thing about the call to me is there has to be a focus, and before you make a massive call like that, you need small committees to agree on what is the objective and how are you going to get to that objective. Now, I understand making the record, the video, this, the that, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's going to work, and I'll tell you why. You just said it a minute ago. The different areas of music, different artists, different genres, different eras. All that stuff's gonna be. So you're gonna have what, a 35 song album so you can cover everything? I'm not sure, because remember when they did "We Are the World," the first version that Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson wrote,
Right.
and
Right.
it was a huge hit,
Right.
and they fed people in different parts of African nations. Great, but then they did it again with Justin Bieber and that era of crew of folks, and they kind of didn't do it. It says nothing happened. It's you gotta find a way to do something that's not just the music side or performance side that's going to get certain attentions. I say that because I watched this weekend the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, and they inducted Lionel Richie from the Commodores and the solo artists, and they inducted Dolly Parton, and they inducted Eminem. And when you watch the differences of what they all, how it looked, it was like Eminem got away with a bunch of stuff, and everybody else was going through their music and the rhythmics and everything. And I was like, everything is so disconnected. And how are we going to get people to say, you know what, I need to help y'all? What is the mission we're trying to accomplish? What is the goal that we're looking to get to put our feet where they need to be to start the move? Like I heard Chuck's dedicating one of his rap station channels to Hip Hop Alliance. And there's Hip Hop Alliance TV. There's this, you're diversifying so much. You're like a hand with your fingers spread wide. If you want action, you got to close your fist. You have to. You have to make a fist to make a point. And you have to make 1 point at a time. Because if it spreads around and too much all over the place, like some young woman stood up and said, oh, well, I did the first, hip hop rap show in 1985, before there was Yell TV Raps, before there was BET's Rap City. Why would you say that? To make sure that you were relevant? Before there was video music? What is your point? Isn't it we all need to come together? Whether you did it in 1985 or you did it in 1975. It's inconsistent with trying to bring everyone together. That has to be a focal point. Be more inclusive and less exclusive. Then we can find common ground.
Well,
Just a thought.
You know what? Now, here's something. What's up, Craig? I see my man Craig from Skatelands in the house. What's up, Craig? I see a lot of people. I had to just the other day, somebody sent me an article on some hip hop, ladies of hip hop in California and Compton. I had to call and let her know, hey, babe, that's not exactly how it went, and there's a lot of folks that want to tell the story, but they're not getting from the sources. And it's very important that we tell the right story as much as possible. I didn't hear the comment with Homegirl but for the show, but if your show was not a major show,
Well, she identified it with, I wrote a book, and it's in the Universal Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx, and my book is this, and you can see my book is so. I'm like, I'm all for it, but why not get me on your side to promote your book? Why not have me call you and get you on Legendary Connects, and you can promote your book? What's wrong with that? Remember, I told the story to you before. I said, you guys used to think you had a hard time getting respect in New York. I'm from Nassau County. I'm less than 30 miles away from any one of them boroughs, and we had it even rougher.
Wow.
Than you had it coming from California. Wow. And that to me is where the nonsense begins. Rather than embracing multi-generations of artists that should be on this call, either through committee or through general, so that everyone can have their voice heard, make their point, and then we can vote on what needs to be done to get it started. I think that's just a way and a suggestion. I'm not saying that's the only way, but I'm saying people leave a lot of folks out. and they take it personal.
I don't think people are left out. I think people just haven't been brought in yet.
That's what you're saying.
It's the same thing, but it's one could be left out. I mean, intentionally. The other one is just not aware of what's going on. Some people ain't gonna take it serious until we get it damn near done, and that's the difference. And that's one thing I've always seen when it comes to dealing with folks when it comes to trying to start something. Most people, some people don't want to be on the ground floor. They only want to be at it when it's ready to bust or ready to go to the next level. And I'm just I want to be on the ground floor. I want to see how the foundation is made. I want to see how the bricks
that's what you are.
Right.
What we were talking about earlier proves exactly what you're saying. When you DJ and you carry crates and speakers from party to party, you understand how to make this from the ground up. When you come in and you just walk in your bathroom and click your computer and you start dropping rhymes, that's a different story.
Right. So. And
then you go to the local pub and everybody, you think you're superstar. It's just a different way to do something.
Yeah, that is definitely a different way to do something, man.
Because even when Curtis was speaking about you, and I wanted to jump on and say something, he was like, "Yeah, it's Lonzo Williams from the West Coast, and he made N.W.A." And I wanted to jump in and say, "No, Kurt, come on, man. I mean, you don't know who Lonzo is? Godfather of West Coast hip hop, world-class wrecking crew. Come on, man. I know you're Curtis Blow, Christmas rapping the breaks, daydreaming, if I ruled the world. See, we got to get, that's what I'm saying. Focus and clarity is important.
Well, you know what?
Because when you don't do that, people get misled so easily.
Yeah, even and he mentioned clientele being from Uncle Jam's Army, which I'm surprised clientele didn't come to the climb through the phone on that one. But it was a television show where somebody kept on, no matter what they said, they kept on giving him credit for something he didn't. Oh, Mel Gibson was called Payback. And Mel Gibson, him and this dude robbed something. They got $140,000, and all of a sudden, Mel Gibson said, "I need my." His partner robbed him for the $70,000.
For the other 70, yeah.
Mel Gibson said, "I want my $70,000." He said, "You want $70,000?" And no matter what, he said, "Oh man, they robbed the guys for $140,000. It wasn't $140,000. It was only $70." And at some point,
I only want my $70.
He just said, "Fuck it, man. Let's give me the $140." Bottom line is, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, I'm always connected to N.W.A. Okay, I'm always connected. People forget about World Class Wrecking Crew. That we are basic. Ruthless Records in the beginning was basically World Class Wrecking Crew wearing starter jackets. Okay, Ruthless Records was basically was crew cut records wearing radio jackets. Bottom line, okay, no disrespect to nobody, but it was a transition of interest. People stopped wanting to dance, they wanted to be gangsters, and we was the first dance guys, so my guys became the first gangsters. Simple as that. But I still get credit for discovering N.W.A. And I was at an event, I was walking on stage, and the guy that said, "The man that brought you N.W.A." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll have to take
it." You just gotta say, "Okay, never mind." And but if anybody goes and buys your book and reads your book, they'll realize that's not what happened.
Hey, Lonzo, did you get more of that after the Super Bowl when people were trying to connect the dots with Eve After Dark and Dre?
I got a little. It came up a little bit. Came up a lot more after that. Yeah, it was because people only relate Dre to N.W.A. and they don't relate Dre to Eve After Dark. Most people that had no idea. The average person don't know. Eve After Dark was not a part straight out of Compton, so they didn't know what that was. Most people didn't know what that was until they saw what is that. That's why we're doing a documentary on it right now. But the Dre's tenure with Wrecking Crew, World Class Wrecking Crew, it was a brief stepping stone to N.W.A. And I can't get mad. That's where everybody discovered him at, but that ain't where he started at. But again, people don't care about the truth sometimes, man. The truth is kind of optional. People want to believe what they want to believe. And no. Give me the truth, nigga. Give me what I want to believe. Give me what I want.
People think a lot is more entertaining.
With two Dr. Dre's. People don't care. Dr. Dre, Andre Young has been in Who's the Man on Wikipedia, and they don't care. And he wasn't in the movie, but he's Andre Young and Who's the Man. I think it was IMBD. Which one is it?
Right.
And it's
You
two
said
Dr.
it.
Dre's.
Wikipedia.
It's
Well,
the
the
Google
thing is,
platform. Still, yeah, this is where Dre should be. That's technical, but it's like Andre Young, Andre Brown, but one and the same. And after sometimes even Google can't get it right. I reached out to them, and people don't want the truth.
Wait. Let me
the
tell you.
algorithm would change it if people wanted it.
Let me tell you something. That I was involved in a situation with a guy at a television show. The buddy of mine he knew Dre. Dre called the show. This Dr. Dre called the show. The dude that owned the television channel was so excited because Dr. Dre, maybe he can give us a few $1 million to get this thing off the ground. I'm like, that's the wrong Dr. Dre. My boy told him it was the wrong Dr. Dre. It's not the same Dr. Dre. He told him, and then after about a week or so, when he finally soaked in, after with like a contact cold tablet, it was time release stupidity. It took this dude a week to realize what he told him was the truth. And he got mad because it wasn't Dr. Dre. And he thought it was. We told you it wasn't that Dr. Dre. Why are you mad? We told you it's two Dr. Dre's. This is the Dr. Dre from the East Coast. He's interested in blah, blah, blah. You know Neil? Neil, my boy Neil.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. And so Neil, excuse me, Neil Tricked. Yeah, tells the guy, hey man, this is it's my boy Dr. Dre, Curtis Blow, woo, woo, woo. All right, no problem. He calls me up all excited about Dr. Dre. I said, I don't think that was the same Dr. Dre, man. There's two Dr. Dre's. Oh, yeah, no, it was Dr. Dre. It was the Dr. Dre. No, I think it was different Dr. Dre, man. I know these dudes, and man, it was like a hand grenade. It took him about a week to figure out. Boom! Oh man, you told me it was a doctor. No, I didn't tell you that. I told you he told you who it was. You didn't hear it. You didn't want to hear.
No one listens. No one really listens.
No, they don't.
I'll quote my friend Chuck D. He says, "Dre, people don't read. They look at a picture and keep moving. Mm-hmm. They do not read anything. And even if they look at a picture, they'll still mistake you and swear you're this other person." Yeah. Well, I'm a perfect example of that. When I always tell the story, I call the movie Straight Outta Compton, Straight Outta Fiction. Why? Because a lot of events in there, I was there. The incident in Detroit, I was on stage. I almost got arrested, and Dre and Easy ran out the back of the building. Ed was there. We were like, that's Dr. Dre right there. Like, no, he's from Yo MTV. No, that's him. Arrest him, baby. I'm like, what are you talking about? And there's cameras with us in our hands. What are you talking about?
Wow.
So it's like when you tell those stories, when Ice Cube left N.W.A, he called me and met me at Yo MTV Raps.
Wow.
Because he wanted me to get in contact with Chuck and them. So I did. So Keith Shockley and I, Ice Cube and his fiance, wife at the time, I drove them in my Jeep to 510 South Franklin Street to Spectrum City, aka the Public Enemy headquarters, where the meeting took place. I did that. That scene you show in the movie, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is fiction.
Well,
I don't get it. But then you turn around in the thing with Jimmy Iovine and Dre on HBO, and you use all this footage from Yo MTV Raps today. Easy, me, Dre, T Money, Yella. It's like, this doesn't make sense. You're showing the actual footage of us there, but you make something up for a movie?
Well, say, hey man, hold on. Don't talk about the movies, because the movie they have a thing called creative license. That means they can lie on you without you, and you can't say shit. As long as the lie is remotely close to, it's not too much, too much of a lie. Like they had me being a hater, right? Now, if they had me being a gay hater, it'd have been a problem, okay? But they just made me a hater, and I ain't never been a hater on shit. Anybody knows me. That's not my get down. Never has been. If I was a hater, my downline would not be as prominent as it is. I've opened my doors in my studio to everybody. So I was the only one that had the studio for years. So I had to have an open door policy just to be able to have this many people come through here. But because they needed an early antagonist, they made it. It made me.
Here's the problem with it though. When I'm sitting in the movie theater with my son and his friends, and they're going, "Oh man, this is great," I go, "That didn't happen, Dad. Why are you hating?" Because I was there.
Oh, see, wait, wait. What about when your family goes to see the movie in Vegas and they boo your ass when you walk on stage? And they say my nephews, my cousins they booed you in Vegas, man. What? Your whole character got booed in Vegas. I'm like, wow, no bullshit.
And you just all you can do is shake your head. So I said, well, yeah. I guess it's time somebody tells the truth about what happened. So
wait. I have had people recently argue with me about my motherfucking role in hip. Why the fuck you gonna tell me what I did? And you was 8 years old when I did it. How the fuck you gonna tell me some shit like that? Well, the movie said, nigga, dude. You want to backhand the motherfucker. You just want to backhand the son of a bitch, but you can't.
I speak to people, Lonzo, and you know this. We speak to people on different platforms. And I have to check them and say, how old are you? Oh, I'm 30-something. I said, you weren't alive when we were doing this.
You don't know nothing.
You were not alive. It's different to you saying, oh, I was real young. I was a baby. You were not alive.
Right.
There's a difference.
Right.
So you're listening to somebody tell you a story of a story.
Your mom and daddy hadn't even mixed your ass up yet.
They had pretty much. It's like, it's crazy.
They hadn't exchanged fluids yet.
But you know what? I'm going to give you a little 2023 leak. Some of my friends that I went to school with, we are in negotiations to tell that story with a very big, prominent filmmaker. And it all came down to one of us said, Dre, you're romanticizing everything. Then I got on the phone and we talked about it. They said, we're going to bring you out there because I cannot believe this happened. So we sent them pictures, interviews that I've done, and I'm like, oh my, it is you. I said, who did you think it was? I said, I wrote Proud to be Black with my group, original concept for Raising Out. Look, my name is there. They're like, oh shit, it is you. Duh.
I tell you,
do you understand it?
I tell you what's the most disheartening shit to do. I have a script I'm working on. We completed it called California Love. We had a meet with Hulu. And they send out some fucking college students who even literally were born in the past maybe 2000 or some shit. Okay. I'm like, dude, why would you, I'm like, that was wasting my goddamn time. Here I am, 67 years old. I'm talking to trying to convince some millennial that they need to give us a budget to do this movie or bring this thing to the television channel, and they don't even know Tupac. Oh. They barely know.
That's why I said
think about this now. These cats is in the initial people. That's in the initial people that you meet, or the junior executives or whatever. They are so fucking young, it's ridiculous. I need a senior citizen to talk to, man. I can't talk to you. You don't have no idea what I'm talking about.
Wow. Now, the only thing that got us through is that when I said this is the last interview from the late great Scott LaRock of Boogie Down Productions, what? This is the last interview with KRS-One, and then they played it, and they were like, he's not lying. Oh, here's the interview with Run DMC without Jam Master Jay. Oh my, this is for real. Yeah. Here's the interview with LL Cool J. Here's the interview. You kidding? No. You got stories. I said, yes. What do you think this thing started? Through osmosis?
Everybody thinks these cats just fell out the sky like Terminators and shit and woke up. Oh no.
When I explained to them how Rebel Without a Pause was created and why with Mr. Magic, I said, when Mr. Magic says, Dr. Duck and all the suckers out there, he was talking about me. That's on record. They were like, oh,
excuse me. Wait.
That is you.
You're Dr. Duck?
That's what he says on Public Enemy Records.
Dr. Duck.
He called me Dr. Duck.
How in the fuck did you become Dr. Duck?
Because back in those days, when you watch the movie and read the book, you'll find out. Because we were killing him. Dude, when I say I grew up and was involved with the greatest hip hop incubator in the history of the music and the culture, I don't say that just trying to say something magnanimous. It's the truth. Why do you think I can say I played World Class Record Crew? I played Surgery. I played Turn Out the Lights, all where I was at, working with the greatest hip hop incubator in the history of music. It just was.
Incubator.
Oh, WBAU. I thought you was going to shout it out, Dre. You just talking all. You being? Are we being?
Bernadette, you're ruining a good plot line. Please, I thank you because I knew you know it. I was giving something, so Lonzo would be like, Dre, you got to tell me that, and I say, well, I'll give you that next week. That's what's called a tease, Bernadette. I was throwing a tease out there. Now Alonzo's about to crush me. Come like, dress up that bullshit. But that's the truth. Those are the truth. When I tell people, turn over the Chronic album and look, and you'll see a name called Greg Royal. And the first N.W.A. album. Greg Royal was from Newcastle, Westbury. He was a DJ in a group called Music Mind. We all grew up together. So when Dre and them changed the music, I know where they got it from. Because Greg was out there working on, was it K-Ace that played rap music? No, he also mixed master. He's also
either KGFJ or Greg Royal.
What was the one where Greg Mack was DJing?
That was K-Day.
K-Day. Yeah. Greg was there.
Yeah.
Greg was Mixmaster G in the Turntable Orchestra, signed to MCA Records.
I remember
where he did a song called I Am the Manipulator.
I remember that.
And I was like, Greg, you were in a rapper, what are you doing? So we always gigged at each other about that. But he said I saw Original Concept. And I heard your name. I said, oh shit, Dre's making records.
Well, hey, Doc, we got about a minute and a half left in this show for the day. How you want to close out?
I want to close this one out. Free Brittany G. Stop not thinking about it. We have to remind everybody she's deep in Russia. She's at the work camp. Give your prayers and your love to a wife and a family. But the Free Brittany G movement is back in effect. 2023, here we come.
2023, Free Brittany G. 2023, Free
come
Brittany
on.
G. Okay.
You got it.
Bernadette, what you got to say, baby?
Justice for Shanquella Robinson with the fake friends that she had, and now there's a warrant out for their arrest, the friends, and they're going to be going to jail in Mexico. Justice for Shanquella
Robinson. The girl that got killed, right? The girl got killed in Mexico?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
They got a warrant out for her friends?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, they're going to start there.
Oh,
she probably won't talk.
Was she set up or something or what?
She was probably set up, and they really didn't care for her and like her. I read somewhere that she paid for the whole trip with everybody there, and they were plotting something and whatnot, and everything. So,
my daddy said you can't help everybody. My daddy told me, he said you can't help everybody. You can't. People that smile in your face will stab you in the back quick, faster than anything else. That's a damn shame. All right, folks.
All night long.
We are live. We are here. Bernadette got some great internet today. She ain't fell off one time all day. Whatever you did, keep on doing it, Bernadette. We've been doing this show almost 5 months. This is the first time you've been on the whole show. She ain't fell out. Her mouth and her words is matching up all good. We gotta get you a ring light though, because you're a little bit on the dark side. Other than that, oh girl, whatever you're doing today, do it next Friday, will you please?
Because it's my birthday show. Don't you forget it.
Whatever you doing today, do it again next Friday. We want to keep you on the show. We need your feminine touch because we can't get Dre on the goddamn screen. I don't want to talk to him by myself. But anyway, babe, chat room. What's up to everybody out there, y'all? Thank y'all for tapping in. Y'all have a great weekend. Bernadette got great internet. Dre is here. What you gonna do this weekend, Dre?
Brother, I got a very, very special weekend. It's a very, very, very special weekend. And I can't tell you till next week. Because next week, it's my birthday. It's my birthday.
He got that new baby on. Anyway, folks, you're alive. Y'all missed that one right there, folks. In the meantime, it's Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast Hip Hop. Live with the Legendary Connects, Dr. Dre and Miss Bernadette, Miss B in Mississippi. All right, folks, we're about to get out of here.
Season.
I will see y'all. Y'all be good. See y'all next Tuesday with me and Dusty. We out. Peace.